Charles II of Spain was born into a crown that was already cracking. His reign from 1665 to 1700 closed the final chapter of the Spanish Habsburg dynasty. His very life was a symbol not of majesty or strength, but of decline. Known as the Bewitched King, his story is often told in whispers, shrouded in mystery and superstition. But what made Charles truly unforgettable was not myth. It was the disturbing reality of a kingdom that refused to see what was directly in front of it. The autopsy shocked even those who had known his condition, and redrawing the map of power. But that was only the surface of the cost. A monarch made fragile by generations of pride and ritual. A symbol of everything the empire could no longer hide. His story is not just tragic. It is a final warning written across the body of a king who was never allowed to be anything else. The true price had been paid over generations in silence, in denial, and in the refusal to ask whether the system was ever sustainable in the first place. His intestines were described as rotten, his skull was full of fluid, his heart was shrunken to the size of a peppercorn. His body, they said, looked as though he had been dead long before he ever stopped breathing. The physicians had no explanations. But history does not lack them. He came into the world frail, with a tongue so large he struggled to speak, a jaw so deformed he could barely chew, and a body so weak he could not walk until well into childhood. He suffered from convulsions, fevers, and confusion throughout his life. His education was limited. His understanding of politics was shallow, and yet this man was placed at the center of one of the most powerful empires in Europe. Charles reigned for 35 years, but barely ruled. Behind the scenes, a network of advisors, relatives, priests, and foreign powers competed for influence. He was once subjected to a full exorcism while ministers watched. Every symptom was labeled a curse. No one dared speak honestly about what his body revealed, not his courtiers, not his confessors, not the international observers who documented his worsening condition with morbid fascination. His palace was not a court of leadership, but a battlefield of manipulation. His first wife was protective. His second was political. Both watched him deteriorate as the empire weakened alongside him. When he fell ill, which was often, his treatments came not from physicians, but from rituals. And then, at the age of 38, he died. The last of his line, king without an heir. His death did not bring peace. It brought war. The War of the Spanish Succession exploded across Europe, killing hundreds of thousands. Charles II was not a curse upon Spain. It was the result of it.